Right, welcome to this next session. It is preparing your Forex business plan. It's going to be a very short one, but very important. To be able to start your business plan, you need to have a certain way that you're going to do it. There's different ways. You can even search the internet to see what a business plan looks like. I'm not going to do that because it can get very complicated. I want to keep it as simple as possible. Now, first of all, the very first thing that I look at is get free educational material. That's very important. When you start in the beginning, you want to get as much as possible education that you can, that you don't have to pay for. Now, I've been through a lot of education. For some I've paid in the beginning, but later on I realized that all those information is on the internet. So point number one is free internet material. Now, what do you want to look for? Now, first of all, if you're new to trading or you're new to Forex, it's obvious that you don't know all the terms and things like that. That's why I have included one here that will put you on a start, and that's a very good one. Point number two, the mechanics of Forex trading. What drives the Forex markets? And then I've given you a link there that you can go and have a look. And then in that specific one, you will see there's many sublinks that you can go to. That will put you on a path that you can go and explore, study all those different words. You're going to get words like candles, like formations, like patterns. Point number three. You can look that up on the internet itself. So there's so much free material available currently. It's unbelievable. Point number four, allow time for training and education. Right. So what I suggest is before you start really do your business plan, you need to know what does it involve. The market you're going to go into, and that's the Forex market, foreign currency market. So you've got to read as much as possible about it. It's not about, at this stage, what is important and what is not important. That's not the point. The point is when you get starting your business plan is you need to get as much as possible information that you can. Set yourself a time. 3 months or 6 months and just study. Forget about trading. Forget about having a platform running and trying to trade on it. Forget about it. It's about getting educated. And at this stage, it's about information. The education comes after you got information. If you got a lot of information at the end of the day, then you're going to sit and you're going to say, right, oh, that's important, that's important, and that's important. And even later on, you will find that things that you thought that was important, you will find later on it's not that important. And some of the stuff that you left out, that you felt, oh, that's easy stuff, that's not important stuff, that become important. But that's experience, that's when you grow. So if you're new to Forex, and even if you are in the Forex business a long time now, and you're struggling, you're not making pips, I'm asking you to go through this course very seriously. You might think, it's easy stuff, it's simple stuff that I'm talking about here, and that is what people are. They look over it. They are looking for the difficult stuff. It's like when you drive your car and it broke. It stops along the road. It broke, and there it is. What do you think? The worst thing, the engine has seized. It's like when you want to put on your hairdryer and you see but it doesn't work. So now you start opening the hairdryer and eventually it is not the hairdryer, it's the plug that's not working. So our nature is to start at the difficult stuff because we think that's the important stuff. And that's not necessarily like that. If you start with the easy stuff, by the time you get to the difficult stuff, it becomes easier because you have a background of knowledge. that you can now start using as educational. You have information, and out of that information you take what will edify you. Point number B, know the risks. Any business has got risks. And I think there's a lot of people that are taught over the internet, trade 10 minutes a day and you'll become a millionaire. I've seen so many. If I must tell you how many emails I get per day about all these advertisements. Trade like a pro in 10 minutes. This guy has just robbed the market of $1,200 in 10 minutes or 15 minutes, something like that. That to me doesn't tell me anything, because I know people who went to the casino and in one night win millions. But that does not say if I go to the casino I'm gonna win millions. That's not how it works. Right? I just mentioned a few risks here. You can go and sit down and say to yourself, right, what is your risks? It might totally differ from this. But who are my competitors? Who am I competing against? And don't think that in the foreign currency market or any trading market, whether it's stocks, whether it's an auction, there's somebody on the other side that wants to take your money, or that wants to make money out of you. So there's competitors. Don't think that a broker is always your friend. It's supposed to be like that. But he's there to make money. There's no question about it. He gets paid brokerage fee, so he wants you to trade. That's his money. So the more you trade, the more money he makes. He doesn't care whether you win or lose. Whether you win or you lose, he's making money. He's not losing when you're losing. So take that very seriously. And then point number 2, will I be able to compete successfully? That's a risk that you got to assess. While you're busy with this information gathering and educational material and stuff like that, you got to assess yourself. Do you think you've got the ability to compete successfully? Right, what is it going to take to achieve success? A lot of people want to trade. They got a strategy that says if A equals B, you do C, and so forth. That's very simple. A lot of strategies, the rules are very simple. But why aren't people making money? Because it takes something to achieve success. And that something is discipline, which a lot of people, they do have it, but they don't learn it. It's something you've got to learn while trading, to trade within boundaries of a disciplined way. What knowledge do I need? Point number 4. Right, that's why I say you won't know what knowledge you need unless you study and you get all information about the market you're going to go in, about the business you're going to go in. And the more information you get about the business, the more you will know what type of knowledge do you need to have an upper hand, or to have the odds being in your favor. Point number 5, what training do I need? When you get all this information, then you can go and sit and say, now I've got all this information. It's about, I'm giving you all the rules about the road rules, the type of car you're going to drive, each function of the car, the steering wheel, the flicker lights, where the light switch are, all those things. But even with all that information, you still need training to drive the car. What training do I need? Will you be able to get that training on your own, or do you need someone to help you? And that's why these videos are there, because I came to not just to the conclusion, to the what's the right word that I can use? But it came to the point where I realized that people, they tried, but they had no training. And they need training. And training means you're not driving an actual car on an actual road between actual traffic. That's the bottom line. Training means as true as possible, or as close as possible to the true circumstances. Yes, that's the ideal you want to have. And that is what you need to do before you even think of starting the real thing. What starting capital will I need? Right, while gathering information about the whole Forex market, you will certainly go and while you are busy gathering information, you'll get to the point where you come across brokers and what their fees are and what type of accounts they can open, will let you open, and what type of leverage. Some of them I know even is 400 to 1 sort of leverage that they offer. You can even open an account with $25. What starting capital will I need? That will also reflect to the next point, what we're going to do, that preliminary goal setting. Right, point number 7. What will my expenses be? What's it going to cost me? In terms of software, in terms of internet costs. I know a lot of countries is free. Some countries you have to pay. So what expenses are you going to have? Are you going to allow you to buy some books? Then that's an expense. You've got to have an idea and a managed expense. Don't just buy anything. Do a little bit of homework and read on forums. To get free educational material, you go to forums. Don't try to, what I found in some of these forums, that's why I left all of them and I came across to Forex Factory, and that to me was the best I ever saw, because of the fact that there's people that want to educate other people. There's not this competition that I'm better than you and stuff like that. If you get across forums like that, all you do is read. Just take what is educationable and just leave the others. Don't worry about it. If there's fighting going on, let them fight. You take what is necessary out of that. And then, what equipment do I need? That's also stuff that you need to look at in terms of, if you want to run it as a business, a registered business, surely there's some equipment, there's some printers and things like that. So, and then point number 9, which broker to use? That's very important. And what I did is, you go to Google and you just enter there which broker to use, or Forex broker to use, or Forex brokers, and you start reading. And eventually it will take you to forums and things like that. And then you start reading. In Forex Factory, there is a whole thread about brokers. You can go and read it. And then you decide for yourself, according to what people are saying, what's good and what's not good. Point C, preliminary goal setting. Right, what do you want to achieve? Why are you at this specific point? Why are you working through this video course? What do you want to achieve? You've got to write it down. You've got to have it written down. What is the approximate time that you want to achieve it? Remember, this is preliminary goal settings. This is just getting your mind in a direction. You might say, I want to achieve it in 6 months. And then as you study further, you might see, no, I won't be able to do it in 6 months. Then you can always adjust. Point number 3, is it reasonable? Don't think you're going to make $1 million with $250 in 6 months. Right. Then point number D, find a strategy that suits your style and time availability. You've got to find a strategy that suits your style, your emotional style, your personality style. Some people like fast 1 minute graphs, but some people like a 4-hour graph. Point number 1 says, how can you buy something if you don't know if you will enjoy it? That's very important. So you need to study a little bit before you buy a book. Just go and type that title in Google and see what people have to say about it. Just type in complaints about combo box, Philips combo box, and then you see whether there's complaints on forums and things like that. And then you can make a decision about it. Then point number 2, your time available to trade will determine your time frame to trade. If you only got 10 minutes a day, you're not going to trade the 4-hour system because it's not going to work. Then you can go for a daily chart. At the close of the day, you quickly sit there in 10 minutes, analyze the market, and you make a decision. You take a position with a stop loss and a profit taking, and you go to bed and you sleep. And if you have got certain rules, the odds might be in your favor, and you might have, let's say, a 50-50 trading system there, 50% right, 50% wrong, but with a 2-to-1 risk-reward ratio, you will make money. But to get that strategy, you got to search for it. Maybe you got to buy something. Point number 3. Okay, let's just point number 2. Your time available. If you've got 2 hours trading available at one specific time in a day, you need a strategy that will suit that time that you got available. That's what I mean by that. Point number 3. Test drive a Forex platform looking at different time frames to get a feeling of what you like. Now, what I normally say to people is, what you do is you open a platform like MetaTrader, whatever platform you like, go to the 1 minute and start buy and sell. Don't worry about whether you make money or not, or make pips or not. I mean now on demo, on a demo account, not a live account, but on a demo account. It will give you the feel of the 1 minute. Do you like it or not? Then go to the 5 minute and so forth until you get a time frame that suits your style and the time that you got available to trade. Point number 4. Decide on a time frame that you feel comfortable with, as well as the specific time of day you will be able to trade. Just what I said now. Point number 5. Look for free strategies on the internet. If you like the 5 minute, you type in there 5 minute Forex strategies and you see what comes up. You can go to all these forums and look for strategies that is given freely about certain time frames, like if you want the 5 minutes. And then you study it a little bit, and then you try it, and then when you're happy with it, you feel that's what it is, then you go and you do some thorough backtesting. Still point number 5, thorough backtesting. Finding setups during your chosen time of trading. If you can only trade between 8 in the morning and 10 in the morning, it's 2 hours. You take that strategy, you learn the rules, you really learn it so that you know it and that you can identify the setups. Then you go back and for at least 100 trades. Between 8 and 10, you look for setups. And you will find, right, there's average 15 trades a month, averaging so many pips between those 2 hours. And that will give you an expectancy. Point number 6, determine the amount of pips each strategy generates per month during the time period you have chosen. This will give you an expectancy of pips per month per strategy that you like. That's very important. That is the whole core of your business plan. It's like opening a shop. You know how many people are walking past there. You know what type of people are walking past there in terms of, I won't say exact salary income, but you can look at their state of their clothing and their cars they get into. So you know, right, this is more or less the type of financial market that I'm looking in terms of people. Are they middle class, lower class, upper class? That's the type of things. When you do a business, that's what you look for. And that's exactly what you do with the strategies. You see what are the expectancy of those different strategies. And then after you've done a couple, you choose 2 or 3 of the best ones that you feel that this is for you. And then you go and you do some, point number 7, then you do some live demo testing. Not all 3 at once. You open a demo account for the one and you do at least 30 trades. And then the next one, 30 trades. The next one, 30 trades. And then out of those 3, you decide, right, this is the one I'm going to take. It sounds like it's not going to be in a month or 2 that you're going to trade. And that's exactly. People think they can trade within 1 month. Go and open an account and off they go. You cannot. Point number E, the last one. Final analysis before going live. Now you've got to compare your demo testing to pips expectancy. Those 3 strategies that you've chosen and you've demo traded it live, and according to the rules, got to be at least 90% of the rules must be correct. Then you will know that you trade according to the pips expectancy per month. Point number 2, rectify any mistakes and or shortcomings. This is where you got a chance to rectify, not the rules bend it for your, but rectify in terms of the mistakes that you make, not keeping to the rules and things like that. Point number 3 there, 50 live demo trades minimum, of which over 90% must have been according to the rules. I said 30, 50 is what I will choose to do if I were starting a business plan, because your whole, what you want, your whole goal, what you want to achieve depends on this. So it's no use testing it over 10 trades just to get into the market and open this business, I'm going to make some money. No. You got to take your time. Right, I hope this has helped you. Go through the material again and really take it serious, step by step. Even if you've been in Forex now for a long time and you're still struggling, start again. You now have a lot of knowledge and information. Start to categorize them in terms of importance. Chuck away which is not necessary, and put them in order so that it makes sense. And then get to your point where you've done all your homework, you've done your live demo trades, and you know that the strategy that you've that you've chosen is really something that you feel good about, and you can relate yourself to it for a long time in the future, and then you are ready to really start preparing your plan, the real plan. And that's just what we're going to look in the next video.